TV Besties, welcome back. We are into the mid-season of Basketball Wives, season 10. I do believe this was like episode 14. And baby, we are not short on the drama, okay? The drama is already popping, and the season, like the mid-season just started. Like it just got started. But of course, it's literally picking up exactly where it left off. What's good, y'all? Hi, if you are new here, I'm your girl Ash. Stick around for a little bit. You gotta catch a couple of videos. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and of course subscribe to the channel if you like your girl, and then of course you want to bang the bell so you get notified whenever I drop these videos, because y'all, your girl is feeling better and she is ready to chop it up, talk with y'all, and get these videos out to y'all, because your girl was under the weather if you see my community post. And now that I'm feeling a whole lot better, even though I feel like my allergies might be kicking in a little bit now, like I get pre-season, like pre-spring allergies. That's when mine start to kick in. So your girl got her a drinky drink. So go and get yours, or go ahead and light up. Go ahead, do whatever you do that's gonna make this recap more enjoyable, because it's just like we sitting together, just chopping it up, gossiping about these latest episodes. So let's sip, and now let's talk. So let me just first off, I'll start off and say that I probably did not say it, but then I may have, but I probably did not say it. But I'm trying not to feel bad when I say this, but it's kind of okay. Just because he did not look like he was so gung-ho about them having a baby did not necessarily mean that, correlate that he was cheating. But it was just something off with Brooke's husband that was just like, you just so excited, you're just whatever. And he just did not seem invested in that process, at all, or whatever. Like, you see when some of these, and I do mean some, because it ain't a lot, right? Just some. Some of these ladies be talking to their significant others, talking to their spouses, and they just look into them. And Brooke's husband, and hey, maybe he's camera shy, maybe it just wasn't a good day for him, but it just was not that. So unfortunately, he basically cheated on Brooke, y'all, and Brooke is already like, nope, this is it. I have grown children. I'm not like, she is basically like already making the decision that she wants to go ahead, and divorce him. So we're starting off with that in the season. Jennifer and Jelani, J&J, they are still together. They still cute. They cute. Jelani is so damn fine. Jelani, and he just seems so good, for Jennifer. I'm really just so excited. Like, I really just feel like somebody who's really just come a long way, especially with just like in relationships, and just, I don't want to say necessarily struggles, but, just going through a lot. Jennifer is just really getting back into herself. She seems so happy. I definitely felt like, it seemed like she was just so, didn't give much at the dinner, but production is, whatever. So they didn't give us the whole spiel of what it was like when she met with Jelani's mom and dad, which also just says a lot about where they're going in their relationship. Has it technically been a year yet, y'all? Have they been like dating for a year? I don't know, but baby girl is already like talking about, is he ready to put this ring on it? The mama was already talking about twins, possibly triplets. Like, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for Jelani. Is that what we gonna call them? Jelani? I think that might flow. I think we can go with Jelani. That's what we're gonna call them for now. Y'all let me know what y'all nicknames is of them below. Because you gotta put the name together. So maybe Infer? No. I think that just really makes sense, right? Or am I not thinking about it all the way through? I feel like Jelani is what it is what it's gonna be, right? So we are happy for them. They keeping it cute, whatever. Our girl Christy. Our girl Christy is, always doing her thing. Her and Doug are still holding it down, keeping it cute. Doug is, coaching the Sacramentos, and it still seems like still that, Christy just might still be Jackie Christie. I mean, just call her Christy, but y'all know Jackie clearly. It still might be adjusting to that. Look at me, probably possibly saying Christy because I'm getting her mixed up with another completely different show. Ignore that part, y'all. Y'all know. Like, you see why your girl ain't into so many recaps? Like, I can barely keep up with names. I'm mixing names up in different shows. Like, maybe this little margarita's talking a little bit, but we ain't gonna tell nobody. So, who else we got going on here? British is still dealing with her case stuff going on, but she's still walking free, like, because we know later on we're gonna see that she's gonna get an ankle bracelet, so she's still able to move freely, move around. I really don't know. It really didn't really say much of what was going on with Brandy. I know we did see that British did, just wanted to go and check in with Brooke, to see how, she was doing, all the, that she's going through. And, as I was saying, that's when she was talking about, like, like, it's kind of like basically like no going back, from here. Like, I'm ready to just move on. I'm ready, to go ahead and file this divorce. So basically, all in all, y'all, the girls are still not necessarily, team Malaysia. And of course, Jackie and Malaysia, they get together, they chop it up. Malaysia is, possibly, looking for a boo, looking at the Sacramento team, like, Doug, cook me up with one of your teammates, whatever. Like, the girl, come on. At the same time, though, when she was at the club, it did seem like that she might be talking to somebody, but that's exactly what the girls be talking about, that she's very private about her personal life. And I can totally get her wanting to have, like, some privacy, but kind of like when these other ladies are really putting themselves out there and putting their lives out there, and you're the one that's kind of trying to be a little bit secretive, it's like, sis, what you doing? So Malaysia drops the bomb that basically, all last season she was talking about how, her ex, was not paying child support, which still, like, just really blows my mind, especially like men who got it, just decide that they just gonna not just get up. And it's not to say that he don't take care of his kids, but if she majorly has the kids half the time, what part are what part are you pitching in at? That's what I'm trying to understand. So the first part of the season, let's say that she was talking about how he wasn't paying child support. She was basically doing things on her own. She was not trying to bring the courts into it. And then now basically it got out to him because he subpoenaed her, or basically served her with a cease and desist, basically saying that she can't say his name, as well his name and him not paying child support. And so she's like, this had to have basically come from somebody in the group, because the show hadn't even came out yet when basically this was served to her, which is definitely given. Because in the beginning, her and Brandy were definitely not, like, it took a second for them, like, get, like, to a cordial place. But then as well, her and, like, British was definitely not feeling the girl. British was definitely, definitely got some feelings about her. And I think if anything, why I say it might have more or less come from Brandy, I feel like if possibly Brandy might have been, I mean, that's just because her husband's in the basketball world, stuff like that. Or really, it could have been anybody, like, what, shorty girl, Duffy's, I guess fiance is in, he's an agent, so many of these ladies just have connections with, the basketball. So they literally could just be talking, gossiping about her and her business. And you'd be like, men talk too. Don't let them make you think that they don't talk, that they don't gossip either. So while nobody may not have directly might have said anything to, her ex, I believe inadvertently, directly, it could have gotten back to him, just because, like, these ladies talk. And they probably, they pillow talk with their significant others, stuff like that. So I can just see, because they happen to somehow, more than likely, run in the same circles, some of the same people that very well could have gotten back to him. So if anything, I just feel like Malaysia could possibly just be a little bit more open and just thinking that, hey, maybe nobody was intentionally trying to hurt me by going and saying something to him, but hey, wow, no, I don't want anybody talking about my business. Maybe somebody actually was, and then it ended up, just getting back, versus her basically going to Brandy and strictly pointing a finger at her like, hey, like, did you say this or whatever or whatnot. So with that, she has decided to go ahead and move forward, sue him kind of basically in return or whatever for child support. And I'm just like, at this point, like, go for it. Like, I don't understand women who will, struggle and do this on their own just to like keep peace, or just because they don't want to go into the court system, which I get can be a traumatizing situation, or just to like, I don't know, I just feel like it's all for the benefit of the dad. And it's just like, but yet you're sitting here got with so much on your plate doing everything on your own. Like, nah, I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. We did this. Look, you're either going to do it voluntarily, or I'm going to make the white man, unfortunately, make you do this. And that's just that. I'm going to leave it at that, y'all, because y'all know your girl can get on or whatever or whatnot. So boom. I do believe Duffy, Brandy, and British had got together. And Duffy won. She's either playing matchmaker or she's like trying to play this party planner, adventure, or whatever, or whatnot. So she wanted to, do something for Brooke, just to bring up her spirits after everything, that she's going through. So that's kind of what actually ends up bringing the ladies together, because Malaysia has kind of, basically a lot of the ladies have issues with her in the group. So she's kind of like, sectioned herself off. That's not the word I want to use, but that's the word that's coming to me. She's kind of secluded herself off, from the ladies or whatnot. So her even agreeing to, go to the event, like, it's just like, what, like, she's always giving, like, she's wanting to give peace, wanting to have peace. I'm all for just being cordial, whatever. But then that attitude just shows up. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm like no longer Team Malaysia, because y'all know, like, that's my girl. And I couldn't understand why nobody's like not liking her, why these couldn't be coincidences. And it got me thinking, like, to myself, like, also, like, sis, like, really? Every single time it's coincidence, but every time she come around, she's bringing somebody who has an issue with somebody else. I don't know if it's giving much more coincidences, much more from that. But that event, though, for Brooke went down as best as it could go down, right? Do you not agree? Jackie is doing usual Jackie, overstepping. I don't know if I even realized that Malaysia and Jennifer weren't really like that cool. Like, I know that they had the situation with Zell, I want to say, or is it Zay? I think it's Zell. And, she brought him to the, the matchmaking thing that Brandy had, not Brandy, Duffy had at the beginning of the season. And apparently he did. He had said some things about, Jennifer or whatever. I didn't realize that. I don't even know if that necessarily carried over, but I know Malaysia said that in the past, they had an issue. She thought that they had come from it, but apparently not. So Jackie being Jackie's like, oh, you seem so far away, come and sit over here. Jen is like, nah, I'm good. Malaysia's like, no. And I was like, if y'all could not be any more ruder to each other in each other's faces, but hey, I guess, like, better in each other's face and not even behind each other's back. Like, y'all let me know. Like, I honestly don't even remember what that beef was with them back in the day. So, like, what's the deal? Like, what am I missing here? Like, what's the big deal? And maybe it's just kind of like, after all this and Malaysia's track record, everybody's just like kind of just like trying to steer free and be good, on Malaysia. So, like I said, Malaysia does end up confronting, Brandy about the situation. And I don't know, Brandy was just looking like, it's like, right, okay, clearly, I don't even talk to your husband, whatever, cool. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not saying that she did, but at the same time, I'm not gonna act like I couldn't see it. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. But they're supposed to be cool. They're supposed to be cordial. Even British felt like, possibly she might have been getting something from, Malaysia, with Malaysia actually, opening up and talking about, Brooke, really taking the time, to work through with her feelings and what she's going through before making that final decision to, divorce him. And it sounded like shade because Brandy was like, "Did you wait with Gennaro?" And she was like, "Well, yeah, I did. I waited a year." And really, the cheating wasn't, people make mistakes. The cheating wasn't what caused a divorce. It was just that we just couldn't come back from that. Which is definitely understandable. While I'm not going to say that cheating is an end all be all, but be clear, it's not that just something you're going to continue to like. We not going to be an offset. Not going to continue and continue and continue and continue to cheat on me. Like, at one point, do we draw the line here? But I'm not going to say like it's the end all be all. If that's something that we're both willing, to work through, do the work, try to get back to a better place. I don't see why not. Only Brooke can know, whether this is really something worth salvaging, or even just, if there's more to it than just the cheating, I guess, or whatever, or whatnot. And even him, he, men being their usual selves. "I'm so sorry. Did you get my flowers? Oh, now we can go to counseling." Like, all this, blah. And Brooke is just like, eh. I don't know, y'all. I don't know much about their relationship, that I'm not going to make no judgments on whether they should stay together, not stay together, whatever. What I will say is I'm all for Black couples especially, or even just couples in general, but I just mainly talk about us because of our statistics and things like that, of not even making it work, but making it work, making the strides to make it work, doing the correct, making those steps to see if this is something that we can continue to salvage, if this can be saved, not just all right, you cheated and now boom, like it's done, like I'm out, But hey, for some people, there might be no, coming back from that. So, and if that's a situation, cool. But I'm for, doing what you have to do to make it work before calling it, just complete quits or whatever or whatnot. But the highlight, y'all. Let's talk about the highlight. Okay, my little coaster. And I can't even say it was even the highlight, because I feel like this is not the first time that some of these ladies have tried to check Jackie and her messiness. And one thing about it, Jackie don't take it well. And I can get it, because one thing, like Jennifer said, when they called Jennifer, and it sucked and it was rude that Malaysia hung up on her, like, but I guess she didn't like what she was saying, because Jen, she got basically, Jackie had basically asked British to, for them to go out for drinks and basically have a sit down with Malaysia. And she basically must have asked Jennifer the same thing. And Jennifer was like, "Hell no, not, what am I supposed to say? No, nope, not never, not gonna do it." Like, no, ma'am. She was not having it. No, she was not having it at all. And so it probably might have been some little shots thrown out there when she was on the phone or whatever or whatnot. But Malaysia was like, "Boop, yeah, bye, you're done." Like, ooh, shade, rude, all that good stuff. So either way, it's not the first time that these ladies have tried to basically say, like, "Jackie, just take a step back. Like, you're always intruding. You're always in people's, not necessarily people's." I don't think it's a matter of her being in people's business. She be in people's business because she was all up in British stuff, trying to get her and her ex back together and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, Jackie, who asked for this? Nobody asked for this. British didn't ask for this. So I can definitely, you just know that Jackie just has a good heart. When it comes to these ladies, she is the peacemaker. She is the one that tries to keep, everybody together. She's kind of like the matriarch, of these group of ladies. But it's kind of like you have to just realize and when to just, step back. And I do believe that possibly her not having Doug around, little Dougie, her kids, everybody's basically growing up, doing their own thing. She just needs another little project and something for her to do, something for her hands to be in. But it's literally like, I don't know. Are these ladies gonna keep on, it's just Jackie, she has a good heart, or is somebody really going to not necessarily give her the business, as in fight her, but not necessarily be so nice in their delivery with it? Even though Malaysia and British were like, no, like, when I don't be in my business if I don't invite you in my business. I wasn't trying to sit with Jennifer wasn't trying to sit with me. You're trying to make sure her and Duffy are cool. You're trying to make sure her and Brandy are cool. Let these ladies figure out their own stuff. Once you go ahead and feel like you've done your little bit of footwork to try to bring these ladies on together, y'all are all here together as a group. You got Malaysia to even come here. Now just let everything else just flow how it's going to flow. Do what it's going to do. These ladies are grown. They don't necessarily need a babysitter and a mediator to help them to decide whether this is something that they want to move forward with as far as these relationships. So, Other Angel has, she won't know here yet. We're gonna give her some time because we know, of course, she had the baby. I'm anxious to know what's going on with her and Rockstar. And I know, these previews, they'll always let us know that it's gonna be something crazy. So I'm always here for it. So, y'all, I'm going to call it one here. If I happen to forget anything, I'll put it down in the comments. But if there's anything that you want to talk about that I didn't talk about here, I am all for it. Let's chat down there in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Are you tuning in, or are you just going to be here for my recaps? Because that's here too. Because I'm going to do my best to try to keep it all, give you all the important stuff. Give you all the good grits of it. We can leave the gravy over there, but I'm going to give you the grits of it. We want the gravy. And we want to leave the grits. Grits and gravy even go together, Ashley. Y'all know what I mean, though. Y'all know I stay trying to put some weird analogies on together. But I love y'all as always. I'll see y'all next time, or I'll see y'all in the next recap. Again, make sure you like the video and drop the comments down below.